I'm Heather North from heatherscreativeblessings.com. It is the 17th of the month, and that means it is time for our Calling All Sistahs blog hop. It's a blog hop we do every month to remind you to do your monthly breast self-exams and schedule those yearly mammograms if it's time. Today I'm making a shaker card. So I cut a piece of paper the same size as a card front. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I die cut the Hope ribbon fry die from Casual Friday Stamps out of the top middle portion of that piece. And I'm going to use this negative piece to align my stamp. So the stamp is from the Word ribbon stamp, again from Casual Friday Stamps. I'm just going to lay it into that negative space and use my lid of the Misty to pick it up. Now what I didn't realize, because it wasn't picking up very well, I didn't have my little mat in there. The last time I used my Misty, I think, was for the peppermint stick background. It's a rubber cling stamp, so I didn't need the mat in there. I should have repicked up my my stamp because it actually ended up stamping in the wrong position, just slightly off, but I don't think you really notice it in the final card, so I just went with it. I'm not going to be using this ribbon on today's card, but I figured since I had all the supplies out, I might as well stamp it right now. And my favorite colors to use are the Cotton Candy and Ripe Raspberry inks, both from My Favorite Things. So what I did is I stamped it first in the Cotton Candy. It's a little bit lighter shade. And then I'm just tapping randomly the Ripe Raspberry in different spots on the stamp. And it gives it a little bit of an ombre look I really, really like. Now I'm going to bring in my card base and I'm going to stamp it again. I'm going to start with that Cotton Candy and stamp it down. And then I'm going to randomly tap the Ripe Raspberry into a few areas of the stamp and stamp it down again. And then I'll just set this base aside. I'm going to pull my front panel back into the Misty, and the sentiment I'm going to be using is from Mon Ami by Casual Friday Stamps, and it says, "I think you're amazing." Now when it comes to the women I know who have fought breast cancer, this is one of my first thoughts about them. I just think they are amazing, and they come through with a strength that I don't think they even knew they had. So I just stamped that in the darker of the two pink inks. I'm adding a lot of special little details to this card because I just wanted it to be extra special. So I pulled out the scoreboard from Stampin' Up! And I have not used this in I don't know how long. It might have even been a year since I've used it. And I scored just above the sentiment, and I used the larger tip of the stylus for this part. Now I'm going to pull in my diagonal plate and I'm going to switch to the smaller end. Now I didn't get this lined all the way up in there, so I had a couple little struggles, but I think it turned out okay. I'm just going to go down at a diagonal all the way down until I hit that score line I made. Then I'm going to go over 4 spaces and do it again. And I'm just going to fill out the whole card doing it this way, and then I'll do the other side as well. Since my diagonal plate isn't all the way into the corner, I found it easier to start at the bottom and just count over 4 lines from the bottom and do my diagonals this way. When I'm finished with this side, I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and do my crosshatch the other direction, still going 1/2 inch or over 4 spaces. When I finished all my diagonals, I pulled that plate off, and then I went down one more time with the straight line. My next step was to cut a piece of acetate larger than the ribbon, and I'm going to adhere it to my card panel. I just used some strong adhesive, and then I'm going to take some foam tape and go around this ribbon. I just cut the strips down into smaller strips so that they'll fit and bend. You want to make sure that there are no spaces in between. And then I'm going to take that negative space that goes in the center of the ribbon. I adhered that to the front of my card so that I can put a little piece of foam tape there, and that will help some sequins get caught up at the top. I'm just going to continue with the foam tape, making sure that there are no gaps. I'm making a shaker card because we're having a special collaboration this month between Casual Friday Stamps and Pretty Pink Posh. Paulina for Pretty Pink Posh made this exclusive collection just for the Calling All Sistahs campaign. And Michelle is going to donate 50% of her profits to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, as she does with all of the things in her Calling All Sistahs line. So what I'm doing here is I took a few of the sequins and I'm just adding some glue. You can use glossy accents or multi-matte medium, and I adhere it around the ribbon. And what this does is it makes sure that there are sequins at the top and the middle of the ribbon and not just all falling down to the bottom. It also helps other sequins catch on it as you shake. I wasn't really thinking this part through because I was going to add the sequins to that acetate part, but then I realized, well, when I flip it over, I'm going to lose it all. But what I did do was I added a few glue dots on the paper part, not on the acetate, so that even more sequins can be caught around the edges. And once you shake it the first time after you put it together, they'll stick into those places. But I did put just a few sticking out, especially that clear one in the center, because I wanted it to stick out from the center there. The rest of the sequins I'm just going to add to the ribbon, and then I will peel off the backing of the foam tape and add it to my card base. And there you have a sparkly shaker card for our Calling All Sistahs blog hop. Now, if you have not done your monthly self-exam, I encourage you to do so now. If you haven't scheduled your yearly mammogram, and you know, who has? It's January. January is a great month to get those things scheduled. Please, please do so. And then head on over to my blog where we are having a blog hop, and there are 2 gift certificates being given away to the Casual Friday store. You can even pick up some of these new sequins. I'll have all of the links down below for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this card, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more from me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.